I'm clicking the live button. Yes. Yes, we are live. Day One Journey, episode 721. Yes, live here every single day, sharing with you my thoughts, my ideas, my whatever. And today I want to answer this question. Yeah, again, I put the text here on the screen. It can move. But I want to be there. It helps me, it helps you to see what we are talking about today. Well, I spoke a lot about the things that are most important to me. I focus on the most important things in my life. These are my priorities. These are the values that I'm moving towards in my life. I see them as part of my identity. And more than that, I choose them to define my identity. The things that are most important to me in my life. But then, some of my friends sometimes ask me, how do I know and how do I decide what's most important to me? And that's not an easy question. So, the long answer might be my experience in my life. Well, I had certain experiences and I wasn't sure what's important to me. But after the experiences, when I look back at what happened, I can realize what's important to me. For example, I had my relationships and some of them didn't work out. So I learned things. I learned what I can do better, etc. But more than that, I learned what's important to me. And I'm sure that you did as well. You had your experiences in your life, and you realized what is more important to you than other things. Because sometimes we think that one thing is important to us, but then we realize it's not that important. But this is after we experience life, after we have specific experiences and afterwards we realize. But I want to answer this question in a different way. It's not only my experiences that define and helps me decide what's most important to me. One thing that I found to be very helpful for me is to give these things, the things that I think that are important to me, that I'm not sure if they're important to me. I like to give them the test of time. I try to look at them 10 years from now, 5 years from now, 20 years from now, 30, 40. And I find that in most cases, it gives me a very solid perspective, clear perspective, objective perspective, but about the fact that they are important to me or not that important to me. Will this matter 5 years from now? This question usually helps me to understand if something is important to me or not. It might feel important, it might feel urgent, but it's really important to me. Well, if it will matter 5 years from now, it's probably important to me. If it will matter 10 and 20 and 30 years from now, it is important. And then when I think about the test of time, I go as far as I can go. I imagine myself on my deathbed when everything is done, after I said all my goodbyes and I know I'm going to die. I put myself there. And then I ask myself, is it important to me? Think about it. When you're on your deathbed, after you said all the goodbyes, and you wished everyone well and everything. You're just there on your deathbed. Nobody's there. It's just you facing you. Imagine that for a second. You facing you on your deathbed. I'm pretty sure that there will be a lot of things that you won't care about. Things that might feel important to you now, but will really be that important to you then. So this is an exercise that I do sometimes with myself. And tell you the truth, I want to do it more because it is effective. It's extremely effective. I imagine myself on my deathbed, going to die. And then I ask myself, is it important to me? And then I come back to right now. So I try to live my life with the perspective of looking at my life from the future, from my deathbed. I find it to be very helpful for me, especially with making decisions and understanding what is most important to me. You can also try it if you want. And of course, have an amazing day one. See you tomorrow.